Gosh, I don't even know how to start. Does anyone even care? Fuck it. I just do it like this. I didn't want to do your average no-hit playthrough, so I combined it with another character, Aragorn. Yes, I brought Lord of the Rings into Elden Ring. Not the first, but the best. I started by collecting all the necessary goods for this run. As the main weapon I used the Claymore. A great sword with a very clean design and a close resemblance of Andoril, reforged from the shards of Norzi. As an Ash of War I considered Flaming Strike, since I thought there was a scene where Andoril was burning, but that seems to be a false memory because I couldn't find any evidence of that. Instead I went for Determination and later a Royal Knight's Resolve, because it gives the blade a certain ghostly look, which I think fits Aragorn and his relationship with ghosts very good. To match Aragorn's drip as closely as possible, I wear the Altered Confessor's set. It has a perfect mix between looking like Aragorn lives on the streets and like he got his shit together. I started this run with collecting the Spiked Crack tier, which increases my charge attacks, and the 2 Dectus Medallion halves to get access to the Merchant in Volcano Manor, and therefore the Confessor set. Yes, I thought about starting as the Confessor, but I didn't want to start with a Faith user. Moving on, I killed the 2 Demi-Human Chieftains to get the Sewing Needle, and killed Greyer for some easy runes. I invested these runes into endurance and strength, since I won't be needing vigor anyway. Another talisman I wanted before facing Margit was the Axe Talisman, which also increases the damage of charge attacks. Now it was time for Margit the Fell. And I got humbled by him so hard, it's actually crazy. I thought Margit was going to be easy, but no. He has so many delayed attacks that I really had a hard time getting used to most of them. Luckily he also has attacks that I can punish easily. The first one being the attack where he grabs his sticks with both hands and waits for 2 seconds before slamming it into the ground. It is so easy to dodge since you just have to walk around him and gives you more than enough time to do a fully charged heavy attack. I just have to stay from his arm because that has a hitbox too. An attack that got me very often however is the quick double strike with his dagger. It has almost no wind up, and even if you dodge the first swipe, the second swipe is just slow enough to catch you after your roll. Another attack I struggled with was his upward swing, because it comes out faster than his other attacks and has almost no telltale signs. Another attack that I could punish with a charge attack is his jump and slamming his stick into the ground attack, which you could also dodge with just running underneath him. Luckily I got a lucky try with Margit, where he first did his grab stick with both hands and delay attack, which I punished with a fully charged infused with determination attack, and his jump and slam stick into the ground attack, which I also punished with a juicy attack of mine. Then he phase transitioned and he always does his Giant Crusher jump attack, which is also easy to dodge but doesn't give me the time for a charge attack, but I still could hit him. Margit followed that up with another Giant Crusher overhead slam, which I could punch again, and here I got lucky with dodging his golden sword attack. Then I just dodged his regular attacks and poked him a bit with dodging attacks. Then he again did his grab stick with both hands and delay attack, which brought him down to 1 hit. To kill him I did a way too risky jump attack, but luckily it worked out for me. That was my first ever no-hit Margit, or Morgott, but Margit, yes. He is. I felt like I played this game for the first time, honestly. It felt like I was playing this game for the first time and not knowing what I'm doing, just getting hit over and over again. Oh my, Godrick's gonna be fun. In between the different Margit tries, I went exploring here and there, for example killing the Knight Cavalry at the bridge in Caelid and upgrading my sword to +8. Once entering Stormvale Castle, I got the Iron Whetblade to infuse my weapon with a heavy affinity, and went directly to beating Godrick's ass. Yes, Godrick is way easier than Margit. When someone who got his ass cheeks clapped by Margit for 1.5 hours now kills Godrick in his 3rd try. I started his fight off with a nice jump attack, followed by using determination at such a stupid point in time that I honestly should have been hit by his Earthshake attack. But since that wasn't the case, I could punish him with a fully charged attack. Then he did his second very punishable attack, and that being Stormcaller with a close range attack. I literally just have to stand underneath him and don't get hit. That hit also makes him phase transition, which allows me to do some more damage. At this point it was already over for Godrick, because at the start of his second phase he does his White Sweep Dragon Breath attack, which gives me enough time to run up to him and do 2 fully charged attacks, which is enough to poise break him and finish him with a riposte. Honestly, there is little better than finishing a fight with a riposte. It just gives that certain feeling that after a long fight your enemy is so exhausted that he can't defend himself. And I also equipped Godrick's Great Rune. I basically went directly to Rennala, and I have to confess that I didn't kill her no hit. I got hit once by one of the hundreds of projectiles she spams at you. The reason why I didn't try more often was not because of one particular reason, but because of many reasons coming together. The first reason is the poor side of Gray's choice, since I have to walk this entire way each time I die. Meaning that I either have to dodge one of Placidusax's balls, or dodge 3 with MG42 Magic Spam Edition equipped mages before reaching Rennala. Why couldn't they just put a set of Greys or at least a stack of America next to an arena? The second reason is how luck dependent you are with which of the child does the chanting, because if that last child is hiding in the last corner then... and you have to constantly be dodging flying books or fire breath attacks. And the final reason is that her magic spam just sucks ass. After Rennala I killed some smaller bosses like Darrowil, the Cleanrod Knight in Lernia and the demi-human queen Gillica, to not only upgrade my sword to plus 12, but also get the ritual sword talisman. That talisman is perfect for a no-hit run, because it increases my damage by 10% when my HP is at maximum. And since I don't get hit anyways, that's a flat 10% more damage. Then I killed the Draconic Tree Sentinel with so much ease that's actually incredible.
Wow. This actually went great. Okay, I did not expect that to go this goddamn well. Oh, great.
I also collected the Dagger Talisman and Royal Knight's Resolve. I despise Morgott's fight. I have a much easier time with fights like Malenia and Consort Radagon than with Morgott. I don't know why, but I just can't get my head behind Morgott's fight. That's why I use the dirtiest tactics I'm allowed to use in this run. I smeared my weapon with rot grease, used Margit Shackle and afflicted Morgott with rot and poise broke him. That made him phase transition, and while he was on the ground I threw kukris until he bled. Then I just sat it out. The kukris actually have good strength scaling, so they do actually not too bad damage. After that I went into the sewers and collected some more smithing stones and Mohg's Shackle. Then I killed the Putrid Avatar for some easy runes, which made my sword plus 21. The Fire Giant went surprisingly smoothly, with me needing less than 15 minutes to get him done. Even when I wasn't hitting his weak spot, I still was doing good enough damage with fully charged attacks and Royal Knight's Resolve. I made the Godskin duo as easy as possible for me by just using sleep pots. To my luck, the first sleep pot I threw hit both of them and made both of them fall asleep. A few charge attacks combined with Royal Knight's Resolve gets the job done. And for the final Godskin I threw another sleep pot and then got the job done for good. Radagon was as easy as you might expect from an overleveled character as I am at this point for his fight, but I didn't get it on my first try anyway. I despise the Beast Clergyman. In my opinion, he's one of the most annoying bosses in the game. Once you get to Malekith, everything is fine and I get a lot of openings to kill him. Just to clarify, out of the many tries I fought the Beast Clergyman, I only reached second phase 3 times, and on the third time I killed him. That's how different the fight is. Sir Gideon Ofni was easier than reading this script, dead within 25 seconds.
Yapping bitch.
I just love Godfrey's fight. It's completely different from Rennala's fight. No spell spamming and no summons. Although my Godfrey was very fond of stomping a lot. I'm not sure how I didn't get hit by some of the stomps because I jumped extremely late. But I'm not one to complain, honestly.
Bro.
Although Horalu's fight was too short, I'm also kind of glad that it was short.
Easy. I know.
My namesake Radagon was as easy as he gets. Long recovery windows and slow attacks gave me more than enough time to recast Royal Knight's Resolve whenever I needed, and made him vulnerable to poise breaks and reposts. Elden Beast on the other hand is a different story, since I have to kill it as quickly as possible or otherwise it will spawn Elden Stars and then it's over. So my idea was to save my physic for Elden Beast with Spiked Crack Tier, which increases my charged heavy attacks, and the Thorn Barbed Crack Tier, which increases my poise damage. And with that and some luck on Elden Beast sides, I've done it.
I am insane. Easy. Fucking Z.
Next on the list is Mohg, and he got humbled just as easily as I humbled Godrick. I even killed him with a repost.
And for everyone saying, ooh, you didn't kill Mohg no hit. Yes, because it is impossible to evade Bloodborne Ritual. That's why.
And I have 2 question marks in my script, because I wanted to write more about him, but I completely forgot about it and honestly also don't know what else to say, so I guess he's just dead now. For Malenia, I couldn't rely on charged heavy attacks, since her fight is way too fast paced. So instead of relying on Royal Knight's Resolve, I used Freezing Grease to inflict Frostbite instead. It also made my blade beautifully sparkly. The good thing about using Frost on Malenia is that it increases the damage she takes and also wears off extremely quickly, so I can reapply it. For Waterfowl Dance and her Shadow Clone Jutsu I just had to get lucky. Sometimes I feel sad that I know her moveset so well, because there's never going to be the kind of satisfaction like when you kill her for the first time ever.
Get humbled, bitch. Whew, okay. My heart is... I'm shaky. Whew, okay. Whew. Everything is good. My heart rate is going up.
I completed through Elden Ring while no hitting all the major bosses? What did I write there? Anyway. Of 11 Erdtree fragments and also collected the two-handed talisman before fighting the Divine Beast Dancing Lion. I despised the Divine Beast Dancing Lion even more than Beast Clergyman, but only if I have to no-hit it. It messes up your camera so incredibly badly that it makes it impossible to read some of its attacks. Like, look at this. How am I supposed to know how to react accordingly to this if I have no idea where I am? That's why I had to switch up my tactics. I switched Royal Knight's Resolve with Crackblade to get even more stance damage, so I can kill it before it does anything. Rennala had me really sweating because her fight is very similar in pacing as Malenia, with the minute detail that Rennala can't be staggered out of attacks, which made it much harder for me. That is the reason why I had to time my attacks precisely and get very lucky with attacks she chains together. By now I'm Erdtree fragment level 16 and my character is level 118 with 15 vigor, 40 endurance, 91 strength and 16 dex. I'm actually not sure if my kill on Mesmer counts or not, because I did the final hit on him without taking damage, but he also damaged me before he died. So, do you think it counts, or is this my second boss where I broke the rules? Write it in the comments. Gosh, this feels weird to say. For Romina, I actually struggled a bit more than with Mesmer, but it still wasn't as infuriating as Divine Lion, or at least that's what I remember. I don't know her moveset too well, so it was back to getting lucky, and after a few more failed attempts, where I partially just walked in and died, I finally got lucky. She firstly did her Centipede's 2 swing attack, where I tried to do a charge attack but failed, just like I failed on reading this script. Then she did her jump double swing attack, which I punished with a charged heavy attack. She tried her Beyblade move next, which I could not punch because I missed really badly. Her grab and Scorpion Stinger attack, however, were easily punishable with 2 fully charged attacks, which completely wrecked her poise. After she was done phase transitioning, I got lucky again because she decided to do her jump double swipe attack, which I this time could punish by killing her. After the fight with Romina, it was finally time to change my build, because in the end, a quality infusion gets more damage than a heavy infusion. Which is why I rebirthed at Rennala's place and split my stats between dex and strength. For my final boss before Consort Radar, I chose Midra, Lord of Frenzy. I didn't check with the Elden Ring wiki, but I think Midra's poise is relatively low, because 2 charged heavy attacks with the Thornbard Crack tier was enough to shatter his thin ankles. My strategy was to get as many poise breaks as possible on him. By the way, did you know that Royal Knight's Resolves also boost critical hit damage? Bet you did. Radagon's fight actually wasn't that difficult. It took me less than an hour to get that one final try, which goes as follows. Radagon has a high probability to do his corkscrew gravity attack, which gives me a good opportunity to give him a nice fully charged attack. I always have to wait until he finishes his combos before I can hit him. For example, for this combo, he has a certain probability to do a full delayed additional attack, even though his combo usually ends like it did now, which is also why I only did a quick attack. Then he does his meteor shower attack, but all but one crash into the wall. Now it is again dodging his combo, and I got a sneaky little attack in and was able to barely dodge his cross slash, which I punished with getting him into second phase. Just as with Elden Beast, I saved my physic with Thorn-Barbed Cracktear for the second phase, to get a poised break as fast as possible, because the more the fight prolongs, the likelier I get hit by a random light beam. Upon entering second phase, I immediately run backwards, triggering Miquella's light nuke, which gives me time to buff up again. Then he does me a favor by doing his corkscrew gravity attack, followed by his easily dodged grab attack. I got extremely lucky that the initial thrust of his blood attack didn't hit me, which allowed me to finally break his kneecaps to crit him. With his HP below 25%, he always does his collapsing sun attack, but I went for the biscuit and killed him. I have no idea how to end this video, so the video's over. Go watch another of my videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Gosh, this still feels weird to say.